Most of the fans today only know David Coulthard as the talkative guy who sometimes seems a bit too know-it-allsy on the F1 broadcasts, which probably leads to the question, was he any good as a driver? Well, he raced for just 3 teams in a very long career in Formula 1, Williams, McLaren and Red Bull. Started 246 races, winning 13 and finishing on the podium 62 times. Not too shabby that. Obviously, Williams and McLaren were galaxies removed from their current rather sad state and were actually the 2 main teams, along with at times Benetton and Ferrari during the 1990s. So the Coulthard actually raced for 2 of the prime teams of the decade. Based purely on the stats, he's an all-time great, would you believe it or not, sitting 23rd on the all-time wins list, above world champions like Ferrari's Jody Scheckter. Let's have a look at some highlights and some lowlights, dips, I don't know what you want to call it, from his career. Well, first the guy came in on a bit of a low. Coulthard got his great break in '94 when he had to replace the sadly recently deceased Ayrton Senna. Senna, of course, one of the greatest drivers of all time, so the Scot entered the sport with a huge target on his back, didn't he? How did he respond in Williams in '94? Well, not that great actually. Retired his first race, finished 5th in the second race, finished 5th again, retired, 4th, 6th, 2nd, finishing 8th in the championship that season. Second and last season at Williams, who were the favourites, by the way, to win the title those 2 seasons, but they were beaten by Michael Schumacher. Finished 3rd in his second season before leaving for McLaren. Coulthard ended up finishing 3rd in the title race 4 times and 2nd once. That says it all, doesn't it? Always the bridesmaid and never the kilt-wearing bride. Getting McLaren's first race winning ages in 1997, winning the Constructors in 1998, but seeing teammate Mika Häkkinen win the driver's title in 98 and 99 pretty much sums up Coulthard's career. Almost, but not quite there. How did he fare against teammates? Well, he was teammates with 3 world champions. That's a bit of a tough crowd, isn't it? Damon Hill, Mika Häkkinen and young Kimi Räikkönen. Hill firmly beat Coulthard in their season and a half together at Williams, after which Davy Boy joined Häkkinen at a resurgent McLaren. It was no cakewalk for Häkkinen though, but with 2 drivers' titles to the 0, Mika certainly beat Coulthard in their time together. Kimi also edges the Scot overall in their time as teammates, outscoring him in 2 of 3 seasons. With the exception of everybody's second favourite Aussie, Mark Webber. I just said in the worst Australian accent of all time, the rest of his teammates were grafters and not exactly world class, and Coulthard duly whooped the Christian Cleans of the world and won 1 season and lost 1 against Webber. So in conclusion, Coulthard certainly was no mug in the car, but not quite there either. If Häkkinen was his generation's Fernando Alonso, Coulthard was probably his Daniel Ricciardo. Stunningly fast at times, able to win races, but probably not quite up there with the Schumachers and Hamiltons of the world. Pretty useful though, and really good value as a teammate to the title winners. Also did a massive amount of development work, which is underappreciated and can be seen in the title wins at McLaren and the 4 years of dominance Seb Vettel had in a car Coulthard reportedly helped develop in testing. Probably better than most drivers who've graced the grid, but not quite at the top of the mountain. That's it then. Coulthard was apparently good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Think about subbing to the channel. God bless. Goodbye.